New at 5:30, the grasshopper invasion continues across our community. Many of you have reached out to us about the issue since we brought this story to you last week.
And Action News Now reporter Chloe Curtis spoke with one couple who says grasshoppers have destroyed their garden.
My wife literally worked every day. She loves working out in this every day for, without exaggeration, 5 to 6 hours for the last 5 years.
And Maurice Huffman says it took just 1 week for grasshoppers to wreak havoc.
That rustling here as I walk by, not the vegetation I'm walking on. It is thousands of grasshoppers here on the property, and the Huffmans say they're causing a lot of damage.
They've eaten everything, everything else green, everything that we've planted.
From fruits, vegetables, vegetation, lavender, rosemary. Huffman says nothing has been off limits for the grasshoppers.
Are those mesh covers?
Mesh covers, they don't work.
Yep, the grasshoppers even eating through the mesh covers the Huffmans put there to protect their garden. Since moving to Corning after the campfire, Huffman says landscaping on the property became a labor of love for him and his wife. And it wasn't just for looks.
So they've eaten through a majority of your food supply.
Yeah, our food supply. We eat mostly what we grow here.
For now, it's back to the grocery store as the couple tries to tackle the issue. They're using blowers to keep them out of the house and even had someone come out to spray the property. But Huffman says whatever the grasshoppers secrete afterward is leaving a mess of its own. He says chickens, toads, and lizards are making a small dent, though.
They're so fat right now, we don't have to feed them at all. So they love them.
Grasshoppers are one of the most difficult insects to manage in the garden. The statewide integrated pest management program says, quote, during years when huge numbers of grasshoppers are migrating, there is almost nothing you can do to protect plants once the invasion has reached the garden.
The greenery on their garage is just another example of all the damage the grasshoppers have caused. Just standing right here, I can count at least a couple dozen that are still eating their way through this plant. And until this issue subsides, the Huffmans say they're going to wait out before going back to work on their garden. In Corning, Chloe Curtis, Action News Now.
The statewide integrated pest management program says that if grasshoppers are hungry enough, they'll eat right through plastic and mesh coverings, as you saw, so that they now then recommend using metal window screening to protect your plants.